Hello, welcome to Akron Local News. I'm George Carter. We paint positive images of our people every day. Today we have another very special guest. We have Miss Jan Davis with us today. She's a 4th Ward Councilwoman here in Akron. How are you, Jan?
I'm great. How about you, George?
Very good, thank you.
This
Very
cold
good.
weather, though. Woo.
Oh my goodness, I can hardly wait for winter to be over. We're about halfway there, maybe a little bit more, depending on when it decides to give up.
Well, let's count our blessings.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Speaking of which, don't you look good today? I love those glasses. You were just.
You like them?
I do. I love them.
Thank you.
Yeah, very stylish.
I'm just trying to get a little jazzy. You know how it is. I got
good.
the granddaughters to help me out a little bit.
There you go. There y'all get some keep your focus on what's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sure. So tell us a little bit about what's going on here in the 4th Ward these days. Anything interesting?
The 4th Ward is good, okay? We have work to do, but work is getting done, okay?
Yeah.
And I just enjoy my residents immensely. They're great people within the 4th Ward. And you know what? It's not only been a blessing to serve, but it's been a great experience for me.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, I know I'm thankful. You're actually my councilwoman.
Yeah,
so,
you told me.
Right, yeah. And from the way I see things, you're doing pretty good. You know, there's every ward has issues, but ours are nothing that are earth-shattering. So, are there any things coming up that interest you or that you'd like to speak about? Or
well, I'll tell you what's going to be coming up when I leave here. I'm going to email Mr. Luttle and Mr. Lash and ask them when they will start on those potholes on Copley Road due to the weather. Because I noticed that I'm like, oh no, we can't do this, okay? So we need to get that taken care of. But yeah, there's some good things coming up in my ward, in Ward 4. What I've done, let me just take a step back so I can move into that. And what I've done, this is my, I've just completed my first year.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. And the learning curve for me wasn't that bad, okay? And because I understood the assignment and I have, system knowledge. But what I did is I intentionally made sure that I worked with my colleagues on council. I got to know the administrative people. And I also joined a few think tanks outside of the government, okay?
Good.
And these are all, pretty solid folks, decision makers from not just Akron, they're from other parts of northeastern Ohio, even some from Washington, D.C. I've had the privilege of sitting at the table with and developing those relationships. So that's been pretty good. And it's coming really, really handy for me because I can pick up the phone and call a few people that I wouldn't have been able to call a year ago.
Right.
And I like to send a shout out to the person that got me there, Dr. Erwin Massalaw. He's been hosting think tanks for 50 years now. And I've known him for 50 years. So he reached out and that's been going on for a year. And I tell you, it's been a good thing.
It is. It's always good when you can collaborate with people of like mind and that have ideas that you want to put forth. It's good to be able to just throw ideas up in the air and see what comes down.
Right. And you don't always agree, but we always strike a balance.
Exactly.
And that's how life goes. You got to strike a balance. Okay. But some of the other things that we have going on, Rankin School has been sitting blighted for about 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rankin School is getting ready to come down. We've been having those conversations. And I appreciate the administration hearing my voice. My voice was for the people, not for me. And I'm going to be in a meeting on next Tuesday with some folks, and we're going to have a discussion on what the community wants to see there. And we're going to hear the community's voices before anything moves forward with that. And so that's good. I'm really excited about that. And the team that's coming on, to present their visions, they're very excited too.
I'm sure.
And I'm, excited to be working with them. And another thing that I've done, as far as my residents, I've been very intentional my first year. I made sure that I actually developed a relationship with the senior buildings in my ward, which I do have 5.
Oh, wow.
5 senior buildings, okay? And what I found out, our seniors, and I'm a senior, okay?
Likewise.
That I was visiting, they had felt left out. So where's the inclusion? Okay, you have to include people in what you're doing, and for order for them to, want to be involved in the process. So what I did is I did host a Thanksgiving dinner for White Pond Villa.
I heard about that.
Did you hear about that?
Pretty good success.
Oh my God! We didn't just have some mashed potatoes and green beans and a slice of turkey. We had down home cooking, okay?
Full spread.
Full spread. That's it was
awesome.
So nice, and they were so appreciative that as long as I'm in the seat, we're going to do it there annually, okay?
That sounds awesome, because those are the inclusive type things
Absolutely.
that people look forward to, and who better deserves it than the seniors who have been here through all the good times.
And then you know what? When I get there, I find out I know a lot of these people, okay? And they know me, okay? They know who I am, okay? And we're reconnecting, and it just feels really good.
Exactly.
So I'm hosting a Taco Tuesday at Wesley Tower next month, and that's the plan, is to host 2 nice events per year at each building, and then I go to their council meetings, quarterly.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And I also love my friends over at Rocky Knoll Independent Living.
Yep, that's in the heart.
I go there. It's in my ward. Mm-hmm. And most of those people are retired professionals. Judge, I can't think of his name right now. It may come back in a minute. But he sat on the bench for years and years. And Snyderman, Judge Snyderman.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's a resident there, okay? And I was able to chat with him, and he gave me some tips. And, he said, you're going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. But to go over there and actually visit these people, it's been an awesome experience. And I think the oldest resident is 102.
Oh, that's good.
102. That's good. And I have pictures. I always take a picture with the group, but I get at least 20 to 25 that do come to the meetings. They're regulars. Yeah. And I just I love them.
Right.
I love them, and we have a great time together.
And I'm sure they have a lot to offer. I mean, they have years and years of experience.
Like I said, there are retired teachers there, retired judges, all different professions there. Yeah, mm-hmm. All different. And I really, enjoy going over to meet with them. So that's been pretty good. I've also been working, what I've noticed is that in the home healthcare industry, there's a lot of turnover, because people can go out and find a home healthcare job today, quit one tomorrow, find another one the next day, okay? So we need to try and look at those companies that are stable, that can help us get those workers that care and are reliable, okay? And so I've been having conversations with McGregor Pace, who's coming to Akron, and they're going to be occupying, their grand opening is in April, the back side of Rocky Knoll.
Oh, okay.
It's been redone. And so what I'm trying to do, and they're working with me, is to take their information to our senior residents who need home health care. And if we can get 10 people in the building to try this company out, then they will staff a person there.
That would be
6 days a week.
Yeah.
And I work with the manager at White Pond Villa. We're trying to get some volunteer social workers there and things of that nature. So that's a project that's long term, but I can see I can see it, it's
developing into something.
I can see it developing, and I'm glad about that, because oftentimes I had a friend call today, my home health care didn't come. I said, okay. So with them having a person that will be staffed there, or maybe 2 people, we can build on that relationship and get things in there that our seniors need. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm excited. You guys have to come to the grand opening when they have it.
I would love to. Just let us know. We'll promote it for you, and definitely show up as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and over at Lawton, they've been doing some remodeling on the inside.
I've noticed. Now Lawton's close to me, so yeah, things are looking good over there. Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't get, like Ed Davis, so that's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna build on this thing, okay?
Exactly.
We're gonna build on it.
Davis is a nice facility.
It's beautiful.
That's right.
It's
now,
beautiful.
That is just outside of your ward.
That's Margot Somerville, our president. Margot worked hard to get, that to come to her ward. So
last year this time I was actually working on that project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Margot and everybody else that was involved. Okay.
Exactly. They did a great job over there.
Great job. Right. Yeah. And Lawton Street this year we're going to get 2 new bathrooms. Okay. They redid the track this summer. I've asked for some pickle courts. I don't know if that's a yes or a no yet.
It's getting really popular. Pickleball. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but it looks like it might be a little fun to do and something that's a little less strenuous than tennis, a little more strenuous than maybe ping pong.
Right. So if we don't get it this year, I can almost say with certainty we'll get it next year. Okay,
that's a good.
So you just have to build on, bringing that building to where you want it. I know one of the people that attend Lawton Street frequently. I call him the frequent flyer. He called and wanted a new pool table. I said, well, let me make some calls. Let's see what we might be able to do. Okay, and. We will get it redone if they can't get a new one, okay?
It's awesome, yeah. There's a lot of good pool players, too. And
pool players, they have bid whiz players, they have chess players. I think that center might be the most used center in the area and it's a lot of seniors that are there. Okay?
Yes, I've noticed that when I pass through,
That's pretty good. And then down at Erie Island, I'm going to try and build more on that. Last year, I was able to get the bathrooms redone, by having those conversations with people I built those relationships with, okay?
There you go.
And this year, I've asked for a pavilion, okay?
That would be
I didn't know they cost that much, okay?
They can be expensive.
Yes. But if we can't get the pavilion, I have something else in mind, okay? But I'll put the pavilion on next year.
There you go.
Next year, okay. So again, it's all about building. Building with relationships, because that's how you get things done. When I sit down with the mayor, I have met with him. I met with the planning people and with council members, and this is how things get moving. Okay.
Right, and having a long-term goal. Having something that you're going in specific.
My first year, I was very, very strategic.
Okay.
I even had people call me and say, well, you're not doing this and you're not. What do you want me to do? Just get up yelling for what?
Yeah, snap my fingers and make it happen. Yeah.
This is strategic. In the government and anything else, you have to be strategic. You have to be methodical. You better have relationships.
And be persistent, right?
Persistent. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's some good folks downtown.
Right.
There's some good folks downtown.
Yeah.
I was even able to bring to the attention of Susie Graham, I think that's Susie's last name, a construction company.
Okay.
That they were looking to hire minorities. I happened to meet this construction owner at one of those think tank groups that I was a part of. I never would have known him. His name is Joe, okay? Multi-million-dollar company. So through Susie connected him with the Urban League, and the Urban League did the outreach. Now, I'll have to follow up to see how many people they hired, if any, but his goal was to train young minorities or African Americans, because they were going to pay them $30 an hour just for this training. And he had connections with the unions.
Okay.
And so that was pretty good. I forgot about that. That was a good thing. So I have to follow.
Yeah, please do.
But I just, and I've connected with some of the faith-based community. I want to do more of that this year. And Pastor at United, Russian.
Oh my goodness.
I connected with him, Pastor Robert D. Jeanette, Pastor, Bishop. The bishop I have a lot of respect for. Mm-hmm. We went to the same high school. He was maybe a year ahead of me, but I have a lot of respect for him. So,
and D. Jeanette, he's at St. Ashworth Temple?
He's at St. Ashworth. I've known him for years, okay? And he knows me, and I know him.
Great.
So my whole thing with this city council, people are like, I said, it's something that I always wanted to do.
Right. You have some empathy. You care about people.
I care about people.
That's a great way to express that service.
Yeah. But politicking ain't easy.
Oh, it's not. It's not. That's why they call it politics, because it's a lot of moving and shaking, and
You know what? Honestly, it's just like a game.
To some extent, it is.
To some extent.
Yeah, the stakes are kind of high, but it is a game.
You got to know how to move.
Right, exactly.
You have to know how to move.
Strategically, as you stated. Exactly.
And I just have this feeling that we're going to be fine.
I think so, too.
We're going to be fine, and I look forward to growing and growing and growing. We have a new development. I think there's 7 houses there now at the old Simon Perkins School. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Beautiful homes.
Yeah.
So.
Right there at Malta Circle.
And I would love to be able to do something, I don't know what yet, with the old Erie Island.
That is a nice plot of land there.
That's a nice plot of land. Could it be homes? I don't know. Could it be I don't know. Could we expand Erie Island to offer, maybe more sports like basketball or something? I don't know. But I haven't forgotten it, so I'm strategically planning it and meeting with stakeholders that may be interested in that. So I think even though we feel like we're in a dark time, I am remaining optimistic, because you have to learn to be able to get around barriers.
That's true.
You can always have those barriers, okay? And sometimes you can't go through them, so when you can't go through them, you just go around them, okay? And you keep the faith.
I think you're going to do just fine. You have the right idea. You have the drive. You have the personality that can put forth an idea and cause people to respect and listen. So I'm sure we have the right person sitting in that seat taking care of our ward.
George, this is my assignment. This is my assignment. And when my assignment is done, I don't know when that will be.
None of us do.
And then I'll go on to the next assignment, okay? But one of the things I do want to focus on this year and be intentional about that focus is talking about more about mental health.
That's a very important aspect of our society.
And I really want to do it more with Black women, with children, because I have been that single mother. I've gone through, in my lifetime, having the gas shut off, or maybe the lights, or maybe not having enough food in the refrigerator. I've gone through those challenges, okay? And there were many times that I didn't think that I'd be able to overcome it, but I did, and always knew I had a support system behind me, okay? But I always tried to do things for myself, okay? And one of the things, I'm kind of jumping back and forth here, but I just thought about my dad. He used to tell me all the time, say less. So when you speak, people listen. Okay. I didn't take him at his word, okay?
Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes,
So, and that helped me be who I am today, to be able to reflect back on his words, okay? Because you don't need to speak all the time. You don't need to.
Sometimes a good ear.
A good ear is critical to success of anything. So I'm just here for the people. Again, it's not about me. My life was fine, okay? But when people tell me what I can't do,
all that much more drive.
They told me I couldn't, I never finished college. Well, I got an associate, a bachelor's and a master's. And then I started a PhD and was doing really well. Finished 33 hours, then it hit me. It's like,
How much more can I do with what I have? I need to take what I have.
Take what I have, because it was just costing me money to continue. But I took that knowledge that I've learned, and the mistakes that I made throughout my own professional career. Now I can apply that to this job.
There you go.
So I'm enjoying it. You know, you have your frustrating days like anything, okay? But I really enjoy what I do, and I say it, you know, from my heart. I really feel that this is my assignment for this point in my life, and I'm going to give it all that I have.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I think it is your assignment, and I think they picked the right one, baby. I think that you will do just fine.
Hey, we're working for the people.
I wish you all the best luck, and keep going, because you're going in the right direction. Your constituents respect you and appreciate you. I'm sure the seniors and all your 5 senior senators, love you, and that makes all the difference in the world, how the people that you are representing think of you. So
hey, I walk with my people, okay? I just be glad when this weather go away, so I can walk more with them, okay?
That. I fully understand. Well, Jan, it's been a pleasure. Okay. We look forward to having you back again in the future, so you can give us some more good information on what's going on in Ward 4, or who knows, maybe at the top of, who knows, we could be Mayor Jan Davis someday. So I'm not counting anything out. I don't know what your assignment is, and you may not know the full scope of it yet yourself, but I know at this point you're doing
whatever my assignment is, wherever he leads me, I will follow. Okay, let's put it that way.
There you go. And all the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate
thank you for coming. Okay. I appreciate you.
All right.
Well, here's another good episode with someone who makes a difference in our community, and we look forward to keeping you informed. Stay in touch with us, and we will stay in touch with you through AkronHipHop.com and ReporterNewspaperOnline.com. So until next time, thank you.
This has been a podcast from the Mecca Media Social Media Network. I'm Shar Johnson, celebrating the Reporter newspaper. They have been telling our stories for over 50 years. Now is the time for us to celebrate them by getting your yearly subscription. The Reporter newspaper tells our stories by us, for us, and they deliver and give it to us. You can contact them at 330-535-7061 today. Make sure you celebrate them the way they celebrate us. Have a wonderful day.